Golden State Warriors hosting the Oklahoma City Thunder and Russell Westbrook on a Wednesday night in the NBA. And that man, Russell Westbrook, would start hot, especially in the first half, both scoring and passing. Here he is with an assist to Enes Kanter with 22 points off the bench. And here he is again, Russell scoring over Klay Thompson. He would have triple-double, 27 points, 15 rebounds, 13 assists. But Kevin Durant, 40 points on the game. He is scoring over Oladipo. And here are the Warriors again, Klay Thompson to Kevin Durant with the flush. He would have 40 points on the game with 10 rebounds. Interesting moment in the end of the first half. Zaza Pachulia would foul Russell Westbrook, hitting him in the face with the left hand. You can see it right there. He would be called for the foul. Westbrook falls to the ground. Later, Oklahoma City would actually tie this game at 56 to close out the half. But in the second half, Golden State, 15 more points scored thanks to that man, Kevin Durant, 5 of 7 from range. Meanwhile, Russell Westbrook, Jackson nominee, with a travel, he would get called for that. But Russell trying to keep his team in it, make the 5-point game right here with that jam. Makes it 74-79. Russell Westbrook, triple-double machine, gets triple-double in this game, but Kevin Durant, just too much. Here he is hitting another three. The Warriors were 47% from range. Durant again, driving to the basket, would be fouled by Enes Kanter, and then would have some words with his old teammate Russell Westbrook right there. Later, it's Durant again off the Ian Clark miss. There he is with a putback slam. He'd finished the game with 40 points. Impressive. Right there again, Durant 4-3, knocks it down. The Warriors would win this game 121-100. Second win by Golden State on Oklahoma City Thunder. Westbrook with a triple-double, Durant with a double-double. Speaking of Golden State Warriors, the team from Oakland taking 3 of their starters to the All-Star game. Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, and incredibly Zaza Pachulia, who has been second in fan voting for the West front court. And that is incredibly surprising. James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, not surprising at all. Both MVP type seasons, both MVP type players, and they clearly deserve to be starters on this team, as well as Curry and Kevin Durant in the East. Irving and Wade leading the Eastern Conference backcourt. LeBron James, Kevin Love, and the Greek freak Giannis Antetokounmpo leading the front court for the East. We spoke about Zaza a little bit. 5.5 points per game, 6 rebounds per game, 2.1 assists per game. Not all-star numbers at all right now. Of course, a lot of his votes coming from his home country of Georgia. In fact, Zaza Pachulia has almost double the votes of Draymond Green, has 300,000 more votes than Anthony Davis, and 450,000 votes more than DeMarcus Cousins. He is slowly improving with the Warriors. However, his lack of ability in the paint and as a shot blocker means that Golden State are vulnerable on the defensive end and will struggle, especially against the Cavs in the playoffs with LeBron James driving at the basket. I mentioned DeMarcus Cousins, in my opinion, the best big man in the league. 28.8 points per game, 10 rebounds per game, 4.2 assists per game. He has been playing incredible basketball on a team that underachieves every year, the Sacramento Kings, which actually right now are almost in playoff contention, just a game back of the Denver Nuggets. But DeMarcus Cousins, an all-star in my opinion, and should start the All-Star game. He is carrying the Sacramento Kings as he basically does every year, and this man deserves to start in the All-Star game and is unquestionably the best center in the league. He can also play power forward and be a great stretch four. He can shoot the three. He can box out. There he is, shooting the three against the Spurs. He can do it all, and he deserves to be in the All-Star game as a starter. A name that does not surprise me at all is James Harden this year. my pick for MVP. He's been playing amazingly. 28.9 points per game, 8.3 rebounds per game, 11.6 assists per game, and he's actually gotten better at defending with Mike D'Antoni this year. He's improved his all-around game. His passing game has improved. He averaged 7.5 assists last year and 7 assists the year before. Is now up to 11.6 and also 44% from the field and is 35% from three-point range and 85% from the foul line. So he has been playing incredible basketball this year. Deserves to start in the All-Star game. My pick personally for MVP. The other one would obviously be Russell Westbrook. But James Harden this year has been lighting it up. He's been doing it all on this Houston Rockets team that is third in the West and has already beaten the Golden State Warriors and could cause many matchup problems for them come playoff time. I mentioned Russell Westbrook, not a starter right now in the All-Star game, averaging a triple-double, 31 points, 10.7 rebounds, 10.5 assists. Will not start as of right now, but that might change since fans only account for 50% of the votes. Going to the East, of course, King James, LeBron James, 25.6 points per game, 7.8 rebounds per game, 8.1 assists per game. He is doing a lot this year, facilitating Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love in particular. Kevin Love has improved a lot compared to last year. We'll talk about him a little bit later. But, of course, LeBron James, a pick to go to the All-Star game as a starter almost every year, basically every recent year now. Shooting 51.2% from the field, which is higher than his career average of 49.8. Is also shooting 37.5 from three-point range compared to his 34.1 career average. Slacking a little bit at the free throw line, but if he can improve that part of his game and increase his free throw percentage from 70%, he will be hard to stop. Another Cavalier playing in the All-Star game, Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving with 23.6 points per game, 3.5 rebounds, 5.6 assists per game. He has been incredible this season thus far, shooting 46.1 from the field, shooting 40.5% from three-point range and 90% from the free throw line. He has been playing great basketball this year, no doubt a lock to start this All-Star game. The best guard in the East, in my opinion. And he is not the last Cavalier to make this list. It is Kevin Love, who has improved his game a lot this year. He has 20.7 points per game, 10.8 rebounds per game, 1.7 assists per game. Had that incredible game right here against the Trailblazers at home, where he was able to put up 36 in the first quarter. All-around numbers have improved for him. He's now shooting 38.2% from three-point range, 43.2% from the field. Is really in his groove with this Cavalier team at this time compared to last year, where his numbers were slacking, especially the points under 20 per game. But now he's finally found his rhythm with this Cavaliers team, helped of course by LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. He has emerged as a great scorer on this team. A new addition to the All-Star game as a starter would be Giannis Antetokounmpo with 23.7 points per game, 8.7 rebounds per game, 5.6 assists per game. This guy can do it all. Great player. Can run any position on the floor. He played point guard. He can play center. He can play power forward. He can play small forward. He can be a guard. He can be anything. He's deserved this. No doubt, if he continues to play at the level he is right now, he will be an all-star for many years to come. This kid can only improve as of now. Switching to the shooting guard position, right now occupied by Dwayne Wade. Wade with 18.8 points per game, 4.1 rebounds, and 3.8 assists per game. Is having an okay season, not an all-star starter caliber season, also because his Bulls are struggling as of late and should not actually struggle with the roster that they have. But Dwayne Wade always plays a solid game, nothing exceptional that blows you out of the water. Should deserve an all-star spot. Do not believe he should be the starter in this game. DeMar DeRozan. Now this is a guy I would like to see out there with Kyrie Irving. 28.2 points per game, 5.4 rebounds per game, 3.9 assists per game. He is carrying the Toronto Raptors right now. He is shooting 47.5% from the field, 24% from range. That number could be improved, but he's an all-around great player, has great length, can drive to the basket really well, has been getting to the line a lot as of late, and is an 85% free throw shooter. So you know that whenever he's going to the line, he's going to knock it down. I would start him instead of Dwayne Wade, not just because of the numbers, but also because of the type of player that he is. Different to Kyrie Irving, so the two together would be very strong. Another guard that can make the case, Isaiah Thomas. This man has been incredible, especially these past few months. He's been scoring 28.7 points per game, 2.7 rebounds per game, 6 assists per game. One of the most underrated players in the NBA, in my opinion. Scoring 36% from the field, 30.5% from three, 91% from the free throw line. Should deserve to play this all-star game. No doubt he will. Unfortunately, he will not start and will play on the bench. But if he continues playing this way, no doubt the Boston Celtics can make a run come playoff time. That is all today regarding the NBA. We'll talk more about it tomorrow. Later on today, talk about the NFL and the NFC Championship and AFC Championship game.